Like, I'm in Newport in South Wales, and I'm lucky enough to meet up with someone who might not be well known to everyone, but he should be well known to everyone because he's one of these world champion junior sprints. Junior sprint world champion, yeah? Is that right? And European?
And European, and British.
And British. And you're going to try and defend your title in a couple of weeks?
What, the seniors?
Oh, that's done. You're not
done.
Are you going to the seniors?
Yeah.
Are you going to try and do the seniors as well?
Just doing the team sprint.
Right, so anyway, this is Jean-Paul. I say it with a French style, and I shouldn't really. It's like Jean-Paul. It should be John Paul.
Yeah.
Like that. And John's been part of our sprint set up in GB and up north. Did you ride for City of Edinburgh at one point? Do you still ride for City of Edinburgh? Right. Could you just let me know how did this European and World Championships go for you? Obviously you won, but
I mean, it was the main focus of this year, and last year I was lucky enough I went to the Worlds, which was in Italy, and got sort of a taste of it, and that kind of made me really hungry for it next year. And then this year, that's been the sole focus of this year. All the training for the winter, all of it's just been for the Europeans and Worlds. So to go there and I mean, medaling was my main aim, but to win both was just incredible. Couldn't have really hoped for better, obviously. So yeah, to just pull it all off and all the training to come through and to win is just immense feeling of satisfaction, and just it's just training really hard, and then when it pays off you get that feeling that it's all been worth it and it's all worthwhile.
Did you have a rough road through the European Championship and the World Championship to actually get to the final, or was it quite a what was your flying? You're flying 200 to start off with, because that's your qualifying. And where did you find the?
Yeah, I mean, I PB'd at the Euros, did 10.5 dead, which was, I was a little disappointed, but I think it qualified me 4th. So I was a little disappointed because I think I had the second quickest flying 100, so I was on course for like a long 10.3, but I just kind of died in the last 100, and it was a PB, so at the end of the day it qualified me in the top half, so I just had to put that behind me straight away and focus on the next race. And then
so how many were in the
24 qualified.
24 qualified, so you were 4th, which meant you had the bottom part.
Yeah, I had one of the slower guys, so the first
okay.
round, second round were quite it's first round knockout, so
one ride only.
Yeah, for the first round, so you have to take that very seriously, obviously, because if you mess it up, you're out. So yeah, I got through the first round, second round okay, and then into the quarterfinals on the first day against the Spanish champion Caldente. So it went fine. I won that 2-0, and then went home to the hotel, had a nice chilled out night, and then focused for the next day, where I was in the semi-finals against Mats Nederlaag, who was the fastest qualifier. So yeah, I mean, I was nervous going into it, but because I'd never raced him before, and obviously done a quick time 10.39, so I knew I had my work cut out, but I was confident because the way I'd been riding in the previous rounds had been I'd been riding them well, and I had a really strong acceleration, so I knew if I could control the race right, then I'd stand a good chance. So yeah, I won the first ride, and that gave me confidence leading out. So I led the second round and won it 2-0. So I had a lot of confidence going into the next round as I beat the quickest qualifier, and I was against the Russian champion at that time. He just broke the junior world record. He did 9.9. Nikita Shershin, who's a massive Russian. I think he's about 6'3". So yeah, I did the same again, just led out and just beat him on acceleration and won that 2-0, so that was the Euros.
That's a major thing to do. If you've just seen him breaking the junior world record.
Well, he didn't do it there, but he did it at Moscow.
Right, but you knew of his standing, you thought, right, I'm going to beat this guy.
Well, I knew he's the fastest junior there's ever been, so to beat him was awesome. And then 2 weeks I had after that were just training in preparation for the World, so I tried to think of it rather than 2 weeks after winning the Europeans. I thought of it 2 weeks before the Worlds, rather than to just put the Euros behind me for now and just concentrate on preparing for that. And we went out there with a really small team. The Euros was a huge team with the under-23s. About 30 of us that went out, whereas Worlds there was just 3 of us. So it was a bit different. Total contrast. Yeah, it was nice experiencing both. Just the 3 of us who I'd been on the ODP with, so I knew them really well and my friends. So it was really nice. And then the Worlds was even much harder than the Euros were. There was I think 55 countries there, and then there was I think 57 people doing the 200 and only 24 qualified, so it took ages for the 200. So again, my 200 was, I mean, it was a British record and a PB by miles, but still a tad disappointed.
What was
because
it?
10-1. 10-1
On
7.
Moscow?
Yeah.
So that's a big track.
It's a 3-3-3, so it is a bit quicker. So I did that, and then
10-1.
My flying 100 again though was 4.9, so I was on course for a 10 dead, sub 10 possibly, but I just, I think I got a bit nervous in the build-up and just tired and just went a bit quick in the build-up, and that kind of came back to haunt me in the last flying 100, the last 100, sorry. So yeah, I think I qualified 5th. So again, I wasn't
still that top half of the draw.
Yeah, still the top half, but it made the quarters and semis difficult. If the seeding went to order. So the first round I had a French lad, went through that again. First round knockout, went through that okay, and then the second round I had the Caldente again, who I had in the quarters. So
a bit of a grudge match, revenge.
Well, I beat him in the Euros, so I had already beaten him, so I knew how he rides and that, so that was okay. And then in the quarterfinals I had
just get rid of him.
I had Matt Baranowski, the American champion, who'd been riding well out in America, and he was a pretty tricky customer. I mean, he was quite tall, quite strong lad, so I won the first one pretty good. And then the second one I had a bad race and just I don't know what I was doing really, just that moment of concentration where I wasn't with it. So he beat me, it was 1-1, and then the decider to go into the semis for the next day, I just took the bull by the horns and went for it, and I won by about 50 metres, so it was a massive margin I won by, so it was quite a good race. And then the next day in the semis I had Nederlag again.
Oh, right. So these guys are
repeat.
Right, okay.
So, but this time Nederlag had done 9-8, 9-8-9.
9-8-9 qualifying.
Yeah. So I mean, I was apprehensive, but I was confident in my ability that I'd beaten him before, and I knew I'd done a similar flying 100 split to him. So I just kept going back to that and just thinking, I'm as quick as this guy. I've just got to use my acceleration to try and outmaneuver him and get to the front, and then, as I say, just accelerate him to the finish. So in the first race, that's exactly what I did, and I won it by about a bike length. So that was really, really great, good confidence builder. And then in the second one, I kind of messed up again. I didn't get a very good rush. I came from the back, and I didn't get a very good rush, and it was about a tire width. I thought I got it, but the photo finish, he just got it. So I was pretty devastated at that. But
bring yourself back up again to
put it
do
behind.
it.
Got to put it behind you and focus on the next race.
Yeah.
So, and the other final as well. The other semi-final went to a decider, so that was good as well, knowing that they had the same amount of rides. So the last one, I came from behind again, and I got a bit of rush this time. I was coming round him in the last bends 3 and 4. I was coming round him, so I knew I would get him this time. Because last time I was just off his back wheel when we were coming around the bends, and I just almost got him. And then as we were coming out the bend, he flicked me. Which at the time made me go a bit wide, and then I came up, and again it was a photo finish, but he got DQ'd for the flick. So it's not the nicest way to go through, but at the end of the day that's the rules. So
yeah. So who did you end up with in the final?
In the final, it was Palma, Julien Palma, the French champion, who coincidentally knocked me out of the Worlds the year before in the first round. He knocked me out, so it was nice racing him again in the finals. So it was a bit weird at the time, but he did a 10-1-5, I think, in qualifying, so we were very similar in qualifying. So I knew after beating Nederlag that it would be, he's not got as much speed as he's got a similar skill set, but nowhere near as much speed as Nederlag did. So I won that 2-0, and the world won the world championship.
Just like that, eh?
I know, yeah. It was weird at the time, thinking 2 years worth of hard work and dreaming just all come down to that one race.
Here I am, and I just won the world championships, and a sense of relief, or a sense of achievement, or a sense of
mix of everything really. It was a right mixed bag of emotions. It was relief, satisfaction, excitement, just everything you can feel when you win. It was great. It was really, really awesome.
Yeah, listen, it's been fabulous to talk to you, because I don't often get the chance to talk to a world champion, let alone a Scottish world champion. So I have to thank you very much for letting me interview.
No, my pleasure.
And hopefully you'll go on to even greater things and maybe step up to the senior ranks. Maybe see you being a senior world champion, eh?
Hopefully one day, yeah.
Magic. Thank you very much.
No problem, Mark. Thank you.